Welcome to On Writing with Onkarabile, the show that is aiming to promote reading and writing in our communities. We seek to restore pride and dignity of Africans through the power of reading and writing. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome Mr. Katlego, who is here today to share more on how he promotes reading and writing through the online marketing. Mr. Katlego, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, how are you? How are you?
I'm well.
Yes.
It's a bit chilly in Joburg.
Yeah.
I'm originally from the northwest, so it's much warmer there.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are happy. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming. Mr. Katlego, let's start talking about, I want us to talk about the issue of online presence. You have been in this industry from 2014. Working with medical institutions, financial institutions, when it comes to online marketing. And currently you have been more on authors and content creators. Maybe let's start with your journey just briefly before we actually get into the topic of today.
Perfect. So some 8 years ago, I ran a business with my father. We sold the business, and with a little bit of money that I got, I purchased a franchise. So I was always fascinated about online marketing. But now remember, this was before Facebook. So yeah, before Facebook really blew up, especially on the continent. Way before Instagram. If I think properly, there was something called Mixit.
Yeah, Mixit, I remember.
Which was probably the only social media then. So I met up with some guys in Cape Town, and they introduced me to online marketing. The only platform then was Google. So Google AdWords is what they trained me on, and how to build simple websites. So the process has always been the same. How do I get the traffic, and how do I get it to a landing page so that I can get information about the person so I can follow up? So that was our simple process. And that did well. I mean, everything from, we worked with doctors, we worked with guys that were in the financial industry, financial advisors. We worked with guys that were in the construction industry, home, painters and all those guys. And because I was an entrepreneur, I felt very comfortable in that space. I've always wanted to help uplift entrepreneurs, and I found that in the online marketing space was the way to go. But as with anything, when you are a pioneer, they say the pioneers are the ones that get arrows in their back. So we had a lot of challenges, but and then the journey then moved to when social media started to blow up, Facebook started to blow up. Then Facebook is more content orientated. Yes, the ads are there, but it's not as specific as, remember with Google, you have to tell Google what you want. I want a painter in Johannesburg. Very simple. That's why it's a bit more expensive. It's very targeted. Social media then is broad. You catch someone's eye, your book is there, and you catch someone's eye, maybe you run some ads, and that person can or cannot reach you. Yeah, and we went from there, and the circle has come around. YouTube is the big thing right now, and I think it will be for a long time. Video marketing is both profitable and people can associate with it easier. So why YouTube? What I say to people is that YouTube is a search engine. It's not a social media platform. And that is why it's powerful, and I'll explain that later for people that want to understand.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm getting interested already.
Yeah. So that's where we are.
Okay,
that's
all
where
right.
we are now.
So for you to move, let's talk about you moving from medical institution, financial institution, to now on focusing on authors and content creators. What really made that shift?
Well, I guess I want to make a difference in people's lives. And I'm not saying doctors don't make a difference in people's lives or guys in the financial industry. But I found that content creators carry a message. And I wanted to help them, be the conduit for them to carry their message. I felt that that's where I was more comfortable. I felt that my gift was there. I can relate. I have not written a single book, but I think I've got maybe 30 books inside of me, so maybe to answer your question, maybe I'm an author at heart. I'm a content creator at heart, and I've loved the journey working with authors and content creators.
All right, so let's talk about, because we are talking about online marketing. If we are saying online, then there must be another way of marketing, the traditional way of marketing, Why online marketing?
Well, online marketing, the essence of it is that's where people are congregating nowadays. So in any form of marketing, when TV advertising started to blow up, it's because there were more eyeballs on the television screen. So then all the big corporation would buy ads there because they wanted us to see their ads. Radio, same thing. Print media, same thing. So it's just a progression now of where the eyeballs are. So now the eyeballs are on the computer, they're on the phone. That's why marketing on cell phones has become bigger than marketing on on bigger screens, because people are now on their phone. So now you have to adapt your ads, you have to adapt your website to make sure that you are meeting the demands of the market.
And what I like about online, like you are saying, you make example about radio, TV, print media. What I like about online is that those things that you have mentioned, you actually find them now online. The same thing.
Same thing.
Now you find them online.
Yeah.
So they also use online marketing
They do.
at the same way.
Yeah.
They are marketing at the same time they are using online marketing.
Yeah, because they understand the principle.
Yeah.
The principle is where eyeballs are, that's where that's where your customers are.
So let's talk about the writers. How do you mostly help them when it comes to the online marketing?
Yeah. So look, with the writers and authors, again, they have to put their product in front of their market, And as I said, I've moved a long way from ads, from just Facebook ads of that. Video marketing is big. Take your book, create content from it, create teaching snippets from it. If you're a Christian author, have a morning show that's based on your book, because it's unlikely that you are going to, and I'm sorry, it's unlikely that you are going to sell 1 million copies of your book. So with video, you can now take your book, put it in a different format, which might be able to bring you different revenue streams. So that is why I love video, because let me give you an example. From your video content, you can extrapolate the sound, which means you've got MP3 now, right? You can have still photos, so you can have photos, pictures, that's another form, and then you have your video. And then you can also transcribe, which means that from that you can have more books, basically. So if you have a 10-week show, from there you can have MP3, you can have a new book from it, and you can have photos, and that's why I love you. Start from the top and you go all the way down until you get to your MP3.
No, I see. So tell me, when you guys started in 2014 with the guys in Cape Town, have you ever foreseen situation that we are in now, COVID-19, whereby the online marketing, it seems as if, it blew, during COVID-19. That's why many businesses online, they made money. We talk about the one that you helped me when I was doing my events, because COVID-19 actually literally stopped me to continue with my live events. But you came to me and said, you know what, Onkarabile, you can still continue with your speaking gigs, but not now live, because you're not meeting, people are not meeting, but go for Zoom, and then you helped me. Have you ever foreseen such a day?
Look, I think when you get into an industry and you are passionate about it, you you are hoping that someday something will, will bring you to the mainstream. And we never foresaw that such a tragic event would bring online marketing to the fore. That's not what we prayed for, but it happened. And look, the honesty was, all it did was it sped up the process of getting there. People were thinking probably 2030 would get to where we are now, and things just moved quicker. And we thought, this is it. Look, to be honest, we ourselves were not prepared. And I mean, you spent a lot of time with me during that time. You saw how my studio was. It was nothing near where we should have been. I feel that we could have raised a bit more money before and been prepared to help authors like yourself to really take their content to a higher level. So even like I said, we thought another 6-7 years.
But that is what I'm saying. I think we some of us we think that online marketing became effective during COVID-19, and that's where we actually raised our eyebrows, and only to find out if we, as you are saying, if we were prepared, I think we were not gonna actually struggle a lot. But many businesses actually struggled during COVID-19. Some actually are dead as we speak, and they could have maximize the online marketing, So what can you say now, since we saw this situation that has put us into? What can you say now to people? Just encouragement when it comes to online marketing, for us not to wait out for another COVID-19. Content.
That's it. Create as much content as you can and splash it everywhere that you can. Because video content, especially on YouTube, will live forever. For as long as the content platform is there, it will live forever. So create content, especially for authors. Take your book, take it apart, see what you can do in order to let us know what's in that book. In terms of strategies, those will change, so, but make sure that you are out there, so that when the opportunity comes, whether it's another COVID-19, your content is out there, and someone can say, Onkarabile wrote a book about financial wisdom. Let me give him a call. I see that he's got video content out. Let me buy his course. But because you are out there, so get yourself out there. That's all that we are in the industry. We are in the industry of getting eyeballs to your book or to your message. But then you need to have enough of these things around. Your book needs to be in store. Your courses need to be out there. Your video content needs to be online, so that when I want you, you must be. One of my mentors always says, make sure that you are everywhere and seen everywhere on these mediums.
And maybe briefly, let's talk about what you said we'll talk about later, as much as you have touched a little bit, the issue of the YouTube. Why are you so passionate about YouTube? Look,
the truth of the matter is, it's the second biggest search engine in the world. What I like about it is it's specific. If I'm looking for let me see the book underneath the one that you have there. Okay, Master Writing, how to write, publish, and sell your book. Let's say I'm an upcoming author and I'm looking to write a book. Okay, I could be on Facebook or on Instagram, and your ads could go by. There's a very big chance that I might not see them, because I'm on social media. I'm there to interact. I'm not really looking for anything. But when I'm sitting at home at night and I'm thinking about this book that I want to write, and I type in author training or book writing course, it's a totally different thing now. My intent is to get information about writing a book. My intent, if I say book writing course, My intention is probably to buy a course. You see, totally different. Now, if Onkarabile's videos are there, and he tells a little bit, his free videos, he tells a bit about how to write a book, his process for writing a book, and at the end he says, look, if you want an actual course on this, contact me on one of my social medias. I'm able to help. I can give you a course. I can give you personal mentoring. I've got an MP3 that you can visit my website. Totally different journey, and that's why I love this platform.
Let's talk about, Facebook, Instagram. Someone said you need to decide if Facebook is making money out of you or you're making money out of Facebook. So how can an author, or anyone rather, maximize the social media marketing, to a point where you don't just go to Facebook or Instagram just to chat, just to see the gossip and stuff like that, but to actually market your products or your content?
Yeah. Look, again, I'm not here to sound like some type of guru or expert. There's a lot of ways to skin this cat, to be honest. My philosophy is use those platforms to get yourself out there, so that people know there is an Onkarabile out there. If you're buying $5 ads, that run for a week, it's okay when you posting content every day, just words of wisdom. This is where my event is. This is what experts accepts from my book. There you want people to know that there is this person. That's good, because again, remember what I said about what my mentor says. Try be everywhere at all times. When you have an extra 1,000 rand, instead of going and buying shoes, take that 1,000 rand and say, okay, how much ads can I buy for the next 30 days? Just on small things like those, covers of your book, excerpts, short interview clips, and then strategically, then you can use YouTube like we spoke about. But social media marketing, my opinion, again, other people might see different, but that's what I teach and coach.
Let me ask you this last question, Mr. Katlego, because one of the things that you do, that you help authors, which also helped me, is by creating a website for me. And I want to know, is website still relevant in the days that we are living in today? Because it seems as if many people are not really aware of the importance of the website. It seems it was something that was important a long time ago. Is it still relevant today?
A simple website is always a good idea. Again, it depends on your niche and on your market. But we need to find a place to find you, which is not cluttered. Again, we spoke about eyeballs, right? This whole industry has a lot to do with focus, because everyone is paying for your focus. People that on social media and on YouTube, they're paying for your focus. The beauty about your website is that once I am there, I'm focused on you. Yes, I'll have distractions on this and that on my phone and WhatsApp and all of that, but I'm focused. So like the example that we were saying, when you go from that YouTube ad and now I go to your website, now I'm solely focused on you, and I can look at what courses you have, what books you have. I feel that that's the importance of a website. Certain industries, a bit more important. What you call it, people that sell things. Then an online shop is more important than your one-page website, because now that's where he makes money or she makes money from those dresses. Now it's imperative for them. Maybe not that imperative for you to have a fancy website, 1, 2, 3-page website. Who you are, what do you do, where can we contact you? But the important thing is we need to now move from social media to a place where it's a bit more secluded, so that you can have that conversation with your client.
Mr. Katlego, if people want to get hold of you, say, learn more about this online marketing, where can they get hold of you?
Can I tell you the truth?
Yes.
I'm not taking any more clients.
Why?
Because I'm currently working on my own project.
Okay.
I'm currently working on my project, but on social media, Andre Katlego. Yeah.
So you can just maybe give them advice or something. Just
Yeah. And again, it's a journey that I'm on. I've taken a step back and say, how do I get back into the game in a bigger way? So, I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to chat. Like I said, Andre Katlego. I'm also on YouTube. It's the same, But if you can get hold of me, then maybe we can work. Again, look, it's not. I've learned something from, I think it's Robin Sharma. He talks about how we need to think about things on a deeper level. I think the amount of noise around social media marketing has gotten me to a point where I need to go back and think about things and strategize better. Especially with regards to what I'm saying about YouTube. There's a lot to learn now. There's a lot out there in terms of how do we drive those specific painter in Johannesburg into actual dollars for our authors. So it's having now as a company for us to go back and look at how do we reposition ourselves so that we can be of better service to the likes of 10 book authors like Onkarabile.
Mr. Katlego, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that insightful, information. I believe we have learned a lot. We still have to learn more from you. That is why I was asking, where can we get hold of you? Because I feel like there is more into this. I feel like during the conversation that we had, I feel like online marketing is the way to go. Online marketing is the way to go. As you have said, we spend 90% of our time on our phones. We go to online. After we are done with you now, I'm not going to spend 2 minutes without going to my phone. I'm going to go to online. So I feel like we need to learn a lot about that. That is what I was asking. But thank you so much for coming, sir. And, I really wish that you continue with strategy that will bring us more insight and knowledge.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching On Writing with Onkarabile, the show that is aiming to promote reading and writing in our communities. Please subscribe to Nolu Unlimited Multimedia. Share and like our interview. Thank you so much.